What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Game Over Gerkinman. Welcome to Space Funeral. I got a little bit to say before I start this. First of all, this is my second attempt at recording this game. I actually finished the game once. I had some issues with the fonts that weren't working, which I've since rectified. That's something to do with the way RPG Maker 2003 runs on modern PC, so I got that sorted. Also, Jess moved out of the apartment today, so this is my first time recording here on my own. So if I sound different, it's because normally when I record, Jess is sleeping in the room next to me, so I talk a little quieter and a little less energetically so I don't wake her up. But I mean, now I'm in here on my own, so there you go. It's a whole new world. So yeah, Space Funeral, like I said, this is my second time playing through this, my second time recording this. I had a great time the first time. I think this game's fascinating, and I can't wait to play it again for you guys, and this time being able to read the actual text. It's going to make a huge difference, so let's get into Space Funeral, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? We shall. Beautiful. So immediately, I think the sprite works. Obviously, gonna turn a lot of people off. Personally, I quite dig it, but anyway, where are we? Well, first of all, let's open this chest. We get 25 rubles. All right. We got this crusty old looking thing here. Eat your greens. I can assume that is your mother. Don't know for sure, but I'm going to assume so. I just noticed the table has a face on it. Who's this guy? Your mother and I think you should leave. Well then, yeah, all the way confirms that's your mother. And to save, take a rest, yes. You feel better, but not much. So, sorry, not to save, that's to, or do you save that way? Yeah, you do. Sorry, that's to heal yourself. That's, clearly you in a coffin, so that's a little bit weird. But, let's go outside. Yeah, this game's visuals, I can definitely see being divisive with people. It's kind of probably the closest I've seen to a child's drawings. Obviously the person behind it's talented, because I actually think the colors will go together really well. They know what they're doing. They've just chosen this deliberately messy visual style. It's important to obey all the rules. Think about it. Well, if you say so. This game came out in, I can't remember what year. There'll be a link to it below in the description, as always. There is a wizard on that cliff, but it's too late for you. These are houses, by the way, in case you hadn't worked that out yet. Who's this guy? I am Muscles Hedonist. Do you have what it takes to be champ? Want to learn some combat tips? Well, I know how the combat works, but I'll do this for you guys. Alright. Don't be afraid to use your status conditions. Distract enemies by juggling or singing a song to make them unable to use intellect skills. If an enemy becomes spooked, then they have become slower and have less defense. If you use moral skills on an enemy, they may take a temporary vow of power. Fucking talk. Take a temporary vow of pacifism and refuse to attack. Listen to what I have to say. My muscles grant me happiness. Wow, that's certainly insightful. I am Wise Muscle. Don't listen to that other guy. Yeah, I'll listen to your song. Okay. Sometimes you may find special items, which can make or break a battle. They will inflict large damage on the right type of foe. Criminals are cowardly and superstitious a lot. They are weak against Bibles. Animals are easily confused. You can throw them off with magic eye pictures. Ghosts are sentimental. They are easily affected by old movies. I've heard a mysterious item called Purple Drank. Who knows what it does? Listen to my words. My brain's the biggest muscle of all. Ha, isn't that sweet? I am Secretive Muscle. I know much but say little. The mystery command can be used once per battle. It might make mysterious things happen. That's something I didn't mess around with much in my first playthrough, so I'm probably gonna dick around with that in this particular playthrough. I love the fucking walk cycle for this guy. It's a hot mess is how I'd describe it. This game's visuals are a hot mess. What's this dog got to say? Blood Cavern is to the north. It is full of dreadful things. Well, I don't think we're ready for Blood Cavern yet. I hear there's lots of blood in the Blood Cavern. That would make sense. Don't know what that thing's supposed to be. Something. Whose house is this? It's a wizard, that's right. I am the wizard of Scum Village. Scum Ulage. Okay. What? No, it's too late for you. It is said there is one perfect city, a divine construct from which derives all things in this world. All things are manifestations of this one thing. All cities are aspects of the city. But it has been corrupted. You are already doomed. Wizard Grum lives in the Blood Cavern. He is your only hope for finding the city and restoring the world. The road to the Blood Cavern is dangerous. You'd better find a weapon. There are some interesting things in the Bone Swamp to the east of town. Well, I guess we should go to the east of town then, Mr. Questgiver. Oh, there's an invisible wall there. You can't actually, can't go that way. Well, I guess we'll go right here then. This guy reminds me of, that character in Adventure Time. I can't remember his name. He's one of the wizards. Wish I could remember his name. Good grief. You'll need a ship to explore the Bone Swamp. Rent one for 5 rubles. Sure. Good move, kid. Looks like a hell of a boat we got there, mister. Here we go. This is obviously going to be a very controversial statement, but I fucking love the music for this game. Obviously none of it was composed specifically for this game, but it's just such a fascinating, bizarre... Well, most things about this game are bizarre. 8 rubles, alright! But, yeah, the music in particular is just... I'd say out of all the RPG Maker games I've played so far, which, to be fair, isn't a huge amount, the soundtrack to Space Funeral here is probably my favorite. Off is definitely up there too, though. We got our first combat encounter. What do we got here? Yeah, the battle music. Like, this shit's just tight. I'm not even gonna talk for a minute. I'm just gonna let you absorb this amazing music. Yeah, that's enough of that. Alright, Skull Crab and Spooky Arm Attack. Alright, so... Well, I'm crying. In case it wasn't already obvious from the overworld that your character was crying. Oh, it's using an ATB system, so there's like a timer down in the bottom there, which you can't currently see because... There you go. I can attack when that little grey bar there fills up underneath my... Well, I guess it's my health. I don't know what the 44 is there. Maybe that's my MP. I win. As always with these games, and Phillip is the name of the lead character, by the way, in case you were interested. I guess we could find that out by looking at the menu. Let's look at Phillip's skills. I got Wallop, a damaging heavy blow. I've got Sob, which bursts into tears to reduce enemy defense. And then Flex, increases attack. This game is incredibly easy, which I'm perfectly okay with. So... I don't mind the fact that, I don't really... My first playthrough, I didn't mess around with the different, battle mechanics that much, just because the game itself wasn't very difficult, but I don't really play these sorts of games for difficulty. I play them for just the creativity that goes into something like this. That's what gets me in, and I'd rather play something that's interesting with easy combat than something with difficult combat that's, you know, not very interesting. Traveler beware! There is a deadly swamp trog in the bone tunnels. A swamp trog, eh? Yon fellow swamp knight has been savaged by the swamp trog. I fear he has not long. Oh no! Gasp! Where's Big Blood? Give me blood. You don't have any blood packs. Oh shit! Yeah, long before Bloodborne, we had our blood packs in Space Funeral. Alright, so yeah, once I fight an enemy once, I'll be skipping them in subsequent battles, just so you guys aren't getting bored watching the same thing over and over again, just as I did with Soma Spirits. I got the big blood, that's good. I'm just going to take this back to the knight now. Yeah, like I said, like the colors, everything in this kind of works. It's weird watching something that's so... Like, I can't call it ugly. I mean, it is ugly, but it's not in like a... Given a big blood. Aha! That hit the spot. Thank you, stranger. Take this skill scroll. It may be useful against the swamp trog. Received coin trick. Skill scroll. Oh, no. There we go. Activated in the items menu. If distracted, the swamp trog may be unable to use certain skills. Use it wisely, stranger. For some reason, Windows 10, when you're playing RPG Maker 2003 games, it will go into standby. I have to look into fixing that, actually. because my screen just turned off in the middle of the fucking recording. And I didn't know what the fuck was happening. Yay, I won. Alright. Yeah, how are you all doing anyway? I hope you don't mind me playing games like this. I guess what would be the point of playing weird indie games if it wasn't going to be, you know, interesting things like this? And I also wanted to say before I start skipping all these, I love the fucking skull spider design. I think it looks fucking great. I think it's pretty cool, and I think it's something that I might, because I know the creator is very open to people making fan games. In fact, this game has 2 sequels, which have both, he has both said are canon. So is that thing I got? There was an item we just got, the coin trick. What does this do? Teach coin trick. Oh, okay, so it's a skill that I teach. Ah, see, I didn't do any of this stuff when I was playing through this the first time, because I found the game too easy enough without it. So there you go, it's a skill. I want to see what it does. Oh, hello! You woke me up. Are you another one of those night things? It's not nice to disturb other people's naps. And here we are, battle with the swamp drug. I don't know what this dude's deal is, but I want to see what this skill does. What do we got? Coin trick, what does it do? What happened? Did anything happen? I don't know what it did, if anything. Let's try it again. Don't know. Well, let's see what happens if we hit mystery. Phillip suddenly becomes muscled. Swamp Truck wears a poker face. His fucking flailing animations are so great. I love this shit with all my heart. And I love this music. I'm going to heal myself because I'm actually taking some damage. Beautiful. There we go. Alright. I doubt this guy's got much health left. Whoa, 6 damage? What's that all about? 5 damage? Fuck off. That's not enough. Considering how much damage he's doing to me. Alright. Let's damage him with a wallop. Yeah, there we go. Of course I won. 125 experience, 48 rubles, a bag of blood, level 6, lunge. All of the things are happening right now. So much blood. Blood everywhere. What do we got? A focused hat, a rusty knife, some small bloods, and a large nut. Why is this chest still closed? I guess you can't interact with it. Well, isn't that a shame? Well, I guess that's what we came here for. I'm going to equip Phillip here with the rusty knife and not a shield, not a cloth, not a helmet. Focused hat. There we go. Let's put our stats up a little bit. Alright, now we've beaten the swamp trog and got some weapons. Let's get out of this place, shall we? It's weird. The enemies didn't respawn now. I guess maybe they disappear after you beat the boss. Ah, no, there we go. Let's see what happens, Skull Crab. You're dead! 58 damage. Nice. Nice. Done. Done like dinner. Small blood. Yeah, so blood heals you in this, which, like, it's weird to, like, compare it to, like, Bloodborne, but... Because obviously it isn't anything like Bloodborne, but it's, blood as a currency is kind of a neat... As a healing item is kind of a neat idea. It's not a currency. Rubles is the currency here. Alright, before I move on to the next area, I'm going to go home and take a rest. Feel better, but not much. Well, it's good enough for me. It has to be. The soundtrack that you can hear throughout this game, which, you know, is pretty interesting, is actually all really old BBC recordings. And I'm going to finish this episode by killing this blood wolf. There's something about this upbeat music and fighting this animal just tickles me in all the right places. Got an antidote, got level 7, everything's going to plan. Alright, so thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna pause this son of a bitch. Thank you for joining me, as I said, and I hope you're having a great day and a great week. I'll catch you next time for more Space Funeral, and I hope you join me for that. And if you want to get ahead of the game, you can always download the game from the link below and play through so you can follow along next week. So until then, and I recommend you do actually if you've got a PC, because it's definitely worth it. Everyone should experience this game, in my opinion. It's only a couple hours long. It's not a big sacrifice of time. Very cool stuff. Anyway, if not, you can always just join me next time. So thank you again. If you like this video, give it a like and leave a comment below. And I'll see you next time. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll catch you then.